A performer's palm should be towards the audience. Fingers splayed. What does splayed mean? Oh, separated. The hand should be moving side to side. Company. Oh, hello there. I'm just practicing my jazz hands, trying to learn how to do this new technique for when I'm up on stage. It's a little more complicated than I had first thought. Well, hello there, old man Kelly here, Jeff to my friends. Thanks for coming back. How's everybody doing out there? So I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. This little guy. This is what's referred to as a devil cat. Well, hello there, devil cat. How we doing? Really? Interesting, huh? Thank you. Stop scratching me. Yes, obviously a puppet. My main theory about getting this cat was that I knew I needed something to use as a substitute cat for my production of the devil cat, right? And I thought there was two ways to go about it. I could either try to make it as realistic as possible or go as cheesy as possible and make that part of the comedy. And the problem with trying to make it as real as possible is if you fail at that, you look ridiculous. But if right away during your production you make it obvious that, hey, we're just having fun, it's not meant to look real, it's meant to look cheesy, well then it's part of the joke and I think you can get away with it. So that's the way we went, and since I wrote the script, I had it in mind I have to find a stuffed black cat. My cat, who's right over here and I'm hoping to get on the table because she's fascinated by this, is black with a little brown here and there. I thought, well, I'll use her for part of it. And then, here she comes. She's fascinated by this thing. She just cannot feel comfortable around it. Yeah. So I was going to use my cat. Amanda, you're in the picture there. So I was going to use my cat and green screen my cat to add into shots of a real cat, and I needed a stuffed cat to use for the other scenes. So, but I went and we were getting close to shooting day, and I still hadn't found one. I was in my head. I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna have to go to every toy store I can find to look for a cat. And then me and my wife were out looking for a new couch. We were going to place checking out couches, and we happened to pass by this little tiny store in a mall. One that I had never heard of before that sold toys. We went in. Sorry about that. My battery went dead. I had to plug in the camera. If you didn't notice the ad cut there. Anyways, like I was saying, so my wife finds this, and I thought, well, it's a little expensive. More money than I wanted to pay to put this film together. 'Cause I don't make any money at these films. I do this because I like doing it, and it's for charity. So a couple days later, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I should have got it. I should have bought it. So I drove back and I walked in, the lady's like, can I help you? And I'm like, nope, know exactly what I want. I grabbed this. Then I thought, I also need fake mice. So I said, do you have any plastic mice about real size? Didn't have any. I finally went to a Halloween store to get the fake mice. And they weren't as good as what I wanted, but you can't have everything. So I thought I'd show you a little clip of when we were making Devil Cat and how we were using the cat because I thought it was pretty funny. So let's check that out now. And action.
Here, kitty, kitty. Hey, hello, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Okay. Do it one more time just to be safe, and then we'll figure out how we're going to do the...
Does she need to lunge at this point or not?
No, and now maybe we'll do a side view and you can throw it in his face. Okay, action.
Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Hi, kitty, 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 kitty.
Okay, cut. Okay.
I don't have to lunge at you yet.
All right. You might want to take it off your hand because I want you to toss it in his face. So get back. You can be back, or do the same motion. I'll get you, and then when you get about to kitty, 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 then you throw it in his face, and you got to sort of grab it and move back. drop the flowers, grab the, because the cat's not going to stand in
But
your
be
face unless
careful
you
with
hold
those
it.
flowers. We need them to last a week.
Apparently they're telling me that won't happen, but. Okay. Jay, you want to move the mic back just a little bit? You can go like over Lisa's head if you want.
Just don't hit me with it.
Okay, action.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
It was close.
So have you been watching that Mars, a global event on the National Geographic's channel? I watched the first 2 episodes and I just cannot get into it. I mean, I love stuff about space and space. I mean, every special that comes on TV about the old Apollo missions, the old early astronauts in the 60s and stuff, I watch every one of those. I love those. And I love the idea of these shows with the idea of going to Mars and what it's going to be like. But this special, it's like half and half. Not even half and half. It's like 2/3 one story and 1/3 the real story. A little bit of it, like a third of it, they interview people about what it's going to be like and how hard it's going to be to get to Mars and the technology that's going to have to be developed to get there. But the other 2/3 are this fake story of a group in the year like 2030 on their way to Mars, getting to Mars, and all the things that go wrong once they get there. And it's all done this really overly dramatic. It's just, I didn't like it at all. It's like watching some bad film that I don't need. And I understand what they're doing. They're trying to show us that it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard going to Mars. People are probably going to die, and stuff. But I mean, it's just they're approaching Mars, and of course something goes wrong on the ship, and a guy's got to go to the back of the ship, and he's got to messing with something to try to fix it, but he can't, and they have to do something else, and he flies around and gets injured, and they land, and they're miles and miles off where the stuff that was set ahead of them is waiting for them. So they have this transport to come that's already on Mars to pick them up and take them to this laboratory where they'll be safe, right? But the transport's only good for so much weight. With all of them, it's too much weight, so halfway there, the axle breaks. Now they've got to walk, and it's going to get dark, and Mars gets very cold at night, and they're trying to walk to this place, and they got the sick guy who finally passes out, and it's just one thing after another. I get it. It's going to be hard. I want to hear the real story of what's going on and how you plan on solving all these problems. I don't need this overly dramatic. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. And, and then there's all these interviews with the fictional characters. So how long have you wanted to be an astronaut? I didn't think there would be a time. I don't remember a time when I didn't want to be an astronaut. And there's these voiceovers, and it's all done with that, soft voice. We went to Mars, and we blah, 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 blah. It's like, shut up. Anyway, one show I did like, I don't think it's great, but it's good, is Stan vs. Evil on IFC. It stars the guy from Scrubs, the guy who played Dr. Cox, whose name escapes me now. And if you like the Evil Dead stuff, like especially the new Evil Dead series with Bruce Campbell, it's sort of in that vein, It's hard to explain, but it's a lot of gore mixed in with comedy, that type of thing, and all the characters are sort of, I don't know. Anyway, that's about it. I just thought I'd share those 2 things with you. I didn't like that Mars show. My cat. Weather is starting to turn cold here. We haven't had snow yet, which is odd. But it's not global warming, because that might not be real. Global warming's real. It's a fact. The question about global warming is not if it's real or if it's not real. It's what's the cause and can we do anything about it? That's the questions at this point. When people deny that the planet's heating up, they are wrong. The planet is heating up. We know this. There's data to prove it. The ice on the poles is melting. Ice that's been there for hundreds of thousands of years is melting. Anyway, I don't want to go into a rant about global warming. I just thought I'd share that to you. The planet is warming up, and it's going to be bad. And that's all there is to it. Anyway, this is Jeff saying thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. Bye.